All right. I am getting set up here, guys. Hello, happy Monday. Let me see if I can find me on here. There we are. It's a crappy picture. There we are. And it's upside down. So I'm going to flip my camera. And it's upside down. So I'm going to flip my camera. Sorry. Better. Okay, sorry about that. Let me turn this down. And welcome. It is 1 o'clock East Coast time on Monday. Today is the 21st of August. OMG. And I have a bunch of polymer clay stuff on my desk. So I'm just going to wait to see if anyone's there, because today is also going to be the eclipse. And I don't have any of the fancy glasses to use to see it. So I'll just go out and experience it, like if it gets dark or anything. But I'm not going to look up because I don't want to get hurt. I don't want to hurt myself. And I'll see it on the news, or I'll see it. I think CNN has a, they're going to have like a virtual viewing of it on their, online. So maybe I'll be able to see it that way. I only have 3 watching. So today, yeah, no one's around, huh? Everyone's out watching the eclipse. Well, I think it's going to be at, it may be happening very shortly, so we might not have anybody here. Yeah, there's only 2 now. But maybe I'll come back tomorrow and do it then. I've just been playing with Perfect Pearls, and these are called Pearl X powders, the mica powders that I use on polymer clay. And I was just going to talk about creating tiles to make mixed media mosaics. So, oh, it looks like it's buffering. I'll refresh because I only have 1 watching now, so I guess maybe I'll just go ahead and craft, and if people get on, they get on. Because it's Monday at 1, that's when I'm supposed to go live. Anywho, I got these Tim Holtz stamps. I don't have the packaging because I already took them all out of, here it is. Sorry, my bad. It's called Mini Cats and Dogs. And I ordered this on Amazon, and I just think they're adorable. They're little sketched. Here's some cats. Little sketched cats. There's 5 cats. 6 cats. Aren't they cute? I haven't stamped out any of these guys yet. But I wanted to play with them with the clay. So you get 6 cats and 6 dogs. Wow, that's good. I think it was about $18. And I did one of them, this little guy, in clay. So here he is. I used the mica powders to color him in and create an art tile. And I would say this is probably on the middle setting on my pasta machine. But that's how I get all my tiles to be even. And you know, it's harder if you're going to roll them out by hand, but not impossible. You know, you can definitely still do it. So that's him. I also did these little birdies that I have. These are an Inka Dinka Doo set that I got on clearance. So I did them with the mica powders. And I was thinking of putting a gem in their eye and after. So I'm probably just going to put a little black dot there, just with a magic marker. But they're super cute. And I just wanted to go back and refresh you guys on making tiles. Now, I've been doing this for at least a year, probably longer. I think it's been 4 years. Hold on, wait a minute. Because that's what brought me to YouTube. Originally, I'm pretty sure, was when I first got interested in the mixed media mosaic. So you're going to need to gather up supplies in order to create a stash of tiles, because when you go to make your mosaic, which I'll go grab one, I have these two. These two they're staying with me for a little longer. These are some of my, I did sell some. Thank you, you guys. You guys sold my store out in a day. I did post a few more things, but I don't have any more mosaics. So this is one that I did with painted tiles. I hand painted, first I stamped them on white clay, then I painted them, and then after you collect them and you know, you have a little stash build up. You have to build up your stash. There's a couple little ones that fill in. You have to do filler tiles. And then on the really teeny tiny places, you can use jewelry findings and things, pieces of chain. I use micro beads. This is just a ball chain, a bling chain. So you have to build up a stash, because now this one I just created, I didn't use a stash. I just went with, I knew I wanted, and I would change this now if I ever recreated it, which I could recreate this. I would make the wing tiles just one piece. So instead of cutting the wings out, because I cut them out. It looks cool, you know, and I filled in all the little, like some of the nooks and crannies with seed beads and stuff. So, it's not horrible. And then I cut other pieces of clay to fit in those nooks and crannies. So it came together. And this was just because I just painted the box. I stamped and painted it and did it very much in the Lori mica style. So this was one of my first ones. I don't even know. See, I don't put the date. I have to start writing my name and the date on these things, so when I come back to them, that's always fun to do. Let's see. See, this one I did 2016. So I did this one last year. And once you've accumulated a stash, then you can build your mosaic. And depending on what you're going to put it on, let me just move this out of the way for a minute. So I have, this is actually pieces of clay that I baked that are, say hi guys if you're on. Let me see if I have, I'll go ahead and see live chat. I don't see anything. Nobody's saying hi. These are just pieces of clay, believe it or not. This little piece of clay here, these are all pieces of clay. Now this is the opalescent clay. And if you look, you can see, well maybe not because I'll do it on the black here. You can see the pieces of mica flakes sticking out where I cut it. So when I'm making a tile or I need a piece of filler tile, I would just take my scissors. So I cut that when the clay is not baked, I cut it. Then you bake it, and then after you bake it, you just trim off those little mica flakes. And they're just like pieces of plastic. Clay is plastic basically. What else? So these are all shapes that I cut out of clay, very thin. These are thin, thin, thin. And I was going to create, and I did. I created a, I could still do it. So who knows? I may feel inspired and create another one. Maybe a box, you know, something smaller. Then I have these. This is when I did the boho style. So you just got to make a bunch. So you get out all your colorful clay. I use purple, orange, yellow, green, pink, like fluorescent colors. And because I had this pack of buttons. They were the inspiration. So I kind of took the colors of the buttons and then went into my stash and created these little tiles using those colors. And then I also had these flowers. These are buttons, these flowers. So, and you just make the tiles, and then I throw them in these little bins. So these, and then you got to make big ones, small ones. I put some gold leafing in there, and I stamped on the gold leafing. What else do I have in here? There's just a couple black, more gold leafing, with words on it. But these are all used for filler. So you just need to do a sheet of clay, a piece of black clay or whatever. You can use whatever color. Put gold leafing on it, and then stamp into it or whatever, and then cut it into shapes and sizes. Do little thin ones. So I'll do a series, I guess, of how you would create your stash. Okay, so there's those. And I'm just digging out what I've had sitting around for a while. This is the blues that I did. Now I did a bunch of blues for a beach theme. I had ocean theme, summer theme. And again, it was based or inspired by buttons that I had, probably, or let's see if I have any of the buttons in here. These are actually bubbles that I glued to a mirror. Guys, oh, there you are. Hi, Spice and Nice. Hi. Patches. Hi, guys. Can you see the chat? My screen says 6 watching. I know. There's only, now that says 8, but I've been here for 10 minutes and nobody's really been on, so I've just been talking to myself. No worries, because it'll tape it and then you guys can watch it later on. So I'm just talking about polymer clay mosaics today. I just filled my Etsy store with what I had, about 8 pieces of different mosaics that I'd done. I had a couple boxes, 3 boxes I posted, and I had about 4 picture frames, and they all sold out. So I'm just talking about ways that you guys can create your own, and you need to create a stash. So, let me talk about these for a minute. So this is white clay, guys, white clay. And then you get your paint, and I love to use opalescent paint, metallic paint, and stuff like that. But I will just get out a few colors of paint and create tiles. First I bake them. I like to bake them first and then paint them. But you can, I think I've seen people that have actually painted them while they're not baked, unbaked. So, but this is a whole nother stash. And then I take my gold gel pen and create the little lines in the grooves there. And then I also use stickles, or what is that other stuff called? See, here's a seashell button. This is a seashell button. I think all my buttons are, here's a seashell button. This is a seashell charm. And you can just use any other jewelry findings that you have that would match. Oh, here's a seashell. And pretty soon you build up a stash, because you need at least 50 tiles. I mean, I haven't counted these, but let me count them real quick. So there's like 30 tiles on here. So So and that's not 30 that fit perfectly. You have to make, so you're going to be playing around and positioning them, and it's like a puzzle. So, hi Gail. Thank you so much. I need to write a book. Wow, thank you so much. You know, it's fun. It's like a puzzle. So like I said, so then when you cut the tiles out, so there's a little birdie face here, part of another stamp, a butterfly. This one has a heart flower. And then, but it's mainly because they fit. I just try to get them to fit. And then there's 2 opalescent ones. There's 2 painted ones. It's just like anything. When you do art journaling, it's composition. So you want it to look, so I've kind of, and then when I did the sides, I did 2 focal tiles mainly. I tried to put 2 focal tiles on each side. This one was just really big. And then you just use the fillers. So this is just straight gold clay, but then I put stickles on it. This is the opalescent clay, and I was just talking about that. So you have to build up a stash. And I mean, this is, so I have, these are jewelry findings. Let's talk about that for a sec. I don't think I have very much. I think I used up most of my stash for these, and I just sold my other one. I really, really love these. These were so pretty. Yeah, I only have this jewelry finding. So this, I am sure I went to the back end cap in Michael's, and they have sale items back there, sale jewelry, markdowns. And if I think it would look good on a piece of clay, I buy it. And then it goes in my stash, and I stick it in a little drawer, you know. So I really do get a lot of stuff on clearance. The buttons I don't get on clearance, I just buy them, but you can wait till they're on sale. You know who has great sales is Hobby Lobby, because a lot of times this is made by, no, I can't think of the name of it, but you can get them on sale a lot at Hobby Lobby. But that's what I do, and it takes time. And so when I charge what I charge, like I really didn't charge very much for them, and I really hope you guys appreciate that and just want to give them a good home and enjoy them. That's all, because a lot of time and effort does go into this stuff. So I'm just, you know, throwing that out there. So these are all hand painted. These are all hand painted. Every single one I've stamped on the clay, then I paint it with paint, add stickles, floating, you know, and then you build up your stash. And then when you get your substrate, which it's nice when you do these little boxes, it's not too overwhelming. So I would suggest choosing a smallish, like, what do I have up here? You know, no bigger than 8 by 8 to start with. You don't want to go too big. It can be overwhelming. And that way your proportion will stay correct and all that. Now this is my music, and I just sold my box and my frame of the music ones that I made. Now this is totally inspired by buttons, but look, these are charms. Do you see this? These little charms, instrument charms. I have guitars, and I don't know if I got these lately. I think I got these lately. Trumpets. I don't even know, but see, then you have these kind of buttons. Yes, dress it up. Dress it up buttons. That's what they're called. Hi, Allie. And, you know, so I'll just go have a browse and see how I'm feeling and what inspires me. And when I see the tile, like when I see usually it starts with that. I get inspired, and then I think, ooh, and look at this. This is red glitter clay. I don't know if you can tell, but this is glitter clay, and it has sparkle in it. You know, so then I'll go through my stash of clay and see what I think would work. These are edge or stamps that like trim stamps and different stuff. So I try to use a pattern and then just keep it simple. So this is red and gold and silver. So it's all metallics and red and black and white. you know. And then I even did the black and white checks as accent pieces. You really need to make sure you don't forget about these little pieces that you can add, because I don't have, well, I do have my box. I'll go get it. They're sold. I shouldn't. They're on the table ready to be packaged. I spent most of the morning, I went to Staples twice already, and I still need to go back again because, forget it, my printer just, it's just whatever. I had to get, first I got the regular black, then I got the colors, and now I have to get the photo black because it still won't print black. It only prints blue. So then, I'm just showing you guys, this is no joke. This is all my princess stuff. So I have, these are all buttons, and these big ones would definitely be a focal point. But look at this, these are those glass cabochons, and then I put, this is actually from like a French, what kind of, you know, French Renaissance piece or something of collage paper. That's like a shoe with roses in it. This is like a brad that I got on clearance. I don't know what it is, but wouldn't that be super cute to use as a mosaic, in a mosaic? What else? Oh, I love him. This is a dress it up button, my little soldier, a unicorn. So it starts with those, the bigger pieces, right? But then, look at this. This is a little shoe. I'm just gonna see if I can find any other pieces like that, because, and then these buttons, these, you can throw these in if you use pink clay. Look at the dragon. Oh my gosh, did you guys watch Game of Thrones last night? OMG, freaking good. All right, so that one, look, I'm just showing you these because if you have a, look at the little mouse. Stop. So I haven't done one of these, the princess. I think I've just been gathering up my stash for these, for this like princess. It's a little girly girl one, right? And then you throw in your love. This says so charming. Look, here's a little frog. I want to show you these for a sec. Hold on. But anything. Then I have pink and green. What is this called? Applique. So they can go in there. Hope can go in there. And then painted tiles, black and pink painted tiles. So I go through all my stash. Here's music notes. And then just the gold fillers. Here's a crown, another crown. Another frog, a horse. So you start to get a color theme going, right? But then you have to go through your stash and pull everything that you think could work. And these are some of my oldest ones, but they could work because it's the colors. You're just going for the colors. But this is a pack of stamps. Hey, Matt. I'm live. Hey, Charlotte. Yes, I have used paper mache boxes. Yeah, we'll talk about the substrates in a minute, all right? First of all, you have to gather your stash. And so this is called Ink and Stamp by Hero Arts Crafts. There are, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 18 stamps in here. And they're little. So these are perfect for tiles, for art tiles. So here's your little girl, just in girl form, and here she is as a princess. There's words. Here's a knight. So I probably will do a few of these, but I usually like to do them on white clay and stamp them just as you would on paper with black ink, with black, either stays on or archival. Here's some that I did on a very light pink clay, which, you know, that's fine too. But you want to make sure that you can, the colors will pop. That's what I go for. When you paint it, you want the colors to pop. So I have a lot of different ones of these that I could play with. I love those. There's words. the castle. Here's the castle. So I did a couple castles. Let's see. Make a Wish, So Charming. Crown. A butterfly. I don't really love the butterfly. The frog I loved. A wand. It's magic. A carriage. So you have a lot of different options and places to a jump off point. Like, look, my little knight and the little princess. And that's it. And then you can build your mosaic around that. You got to have a castle. I love it. So, and I would get this with a coupon. These aren't cheap, these little stamp sets. So use your coupons and build your stash. So I can put all these back in here. And I love these. I get these at Target. These little drawers. This is by Sterlite. And it's like a little, you can take the drawers out of here. So they're very nice to have in your craft room. You can just remove it so you don't have to have the whole thing there. Now look at these. These are all things that I've embedded in the clay. Now this one's a little overboard and I don't think it worked. This is like a queen bee and I'm pretty sure I got it on clearance. I generally buy all these big chunky jewelry pieces I've gotten on clearance, but look at that. Just as a focal piece, look at this. I bought this on purpose. I remember I bought this bead landing probably, but I couldn't resist. I do love critters. Let's see, I have this one. And then, so one day I just sat down with all my jewelry findings and hi Spice and Nice and Duke, Charlotte, hi. All right, so we're talking about mixed media mosaics and how I build up my stash in order to create the mosaic, because it takes, you have to make everything fit into the mosaic. So it's not just, I can't just make 30 tiles because this will fit 30 tiles. You need them to fit like a puzzle. So it'll take 3 times that amount, I would say. You should probably start with. So by that, I mean, you're going to paint some tiles in those colors. You're going to embed jewelry pieces and buttons and all that type of stuff in those colors. You're going to stamp and paint some of those tiles that go with your theme as well. And then maybe do some words, you know, have some words. One of the frames I just sold, I just had 3 silver words on there in black clay that I just placed strategically in place. And, you know, but look at these bugs. Like I have to do maybe a garden theme. You know, you do a garden theme one or whatever. I mean, that just helps me also. Like, look, I have this big, this big flower. So this is a green one. Like these could totally go in a mosaic with golds and blues and greens, you know. So like here's another flower. See, I have 2 of those and I do them in the same color clay. So let's see if I have another one. Look, and here's another flower. So I have these 3 flowers that were from the same, oh, here we go. I have a feather. So these were they're the same color metal charms. That's what I'm trying to think of. So I embedded them in the same type of clay so that when I put them in a mosaic, they'll play together. They look the same. So that's how I do it. And then once you gather up all the stuff, it's fun to pull it together. And so look at this bug. Oh boy, I love these. I love them. See, I haven't revisited, but this is so pretty. Like this could just be a photo. Are we back? Are we live? Yes, sorry, I got a phone call. Anywho, yeah, this could just be your focal point right on here, and then you would fill in with little bits, maybe just a little bit of, oh man, this one's too cute too. Little bits of jewelry findings or something, you know? So that's how I go about it, all right? So I have that. What else did I want to show you? But that being said, guys, listen, if you want to, you just start out wherever you're at. You don't have to go. See, this took me, I've been doing this for 4 years. All right, good. This is where I started. I'm going to show you where I started. Let me see what's in here. Good. These are all really early on for me. Yes, these are all very early on and playing around. Oh, these are ATCs and stuff. Okay, let me see. But these, let me show you. In the very early on beginning, I used what I had, and I did not have very much. What I did was I got a few packs of clay, and I use Sculpey. I like to use Sculpey 3 or Primo. They're both by Sculpey, and black clay. I just got black and started, right? I didn't have a pasta machine, although I would absolutely recommend getting yourself a pasta machine. Use your coupon. Here it is over here. I'm going to bring it into the picture. Use your coupon and get yourself a pasta machine. If this is something that you love, claying is never going to go anywhere. It's an awesome medium. And here's mine. This is by Amico. A-M-A-C-O. Sounds like an insurance commercial or something. And it's basically, it's a pasta machine, but I think this one was made for claying. This, I'm pretty sure I got this at Michael's. And it just has it has 2 rollers in here, and you can change the distance apart. So if you look at that, it'll move farther apart and then super close together. So this creates the size of your tile. And it's just easy. You can also, what's it called? I'll think of it. When you get your clay soft, sometimes the clay can be hard. Just make sure when you buy it, push on the packaging and make sure that it's, you know, gonna move, that it's not like rock hard. But it's basically conditioning the clay. You have to condition your clay. You have to get it to move. So, and then I just put a towel over it because it blinds me. But this is the black clay that I've been working with. And see, my knuckles crack. But this is conditioning the clay. And this is Sculpey, and it's pretty soft, and I don't want to get it too soft. I've already rolled this out. This is probably in the thickest setting, and it's all the same width. That's what's so great about it. And this tile right here, I already stamped a little doggy on here, is probably half this width. I took it down a little. This was too thick. This is really thick. But so I made these tiles last night, and this is one with a little doggy. I did the birds. I showed these in the very beginning. But I just used mica powders, and in the beginning I did not have a lot of mica powders, so I went and probably I got these, the Perfect Pearls. I think I got the Pearl X ones online. But Perfect Pearls, they sell in little sets. Like you might get your metallics in one set, so you get 4 and 4, and it comes with a brush. I think it comes with 2 brushes. And people say that you should wear a mask when you use them too, because the powders can get in your lungs and stuff. I guess if you use them all the time, you should be careful. I just try not to breathe, but you could put one of those little masks on. What else? So it comes with this brush and a thicker brush, and you can emboss with these. So at first, I think it comes with the little embossing ink. I don't know where, I probably don't even have it anymore, but the embossing ink, it just comes in a small, oh geez, that was my tile, it scared me. That's my tile that I work on. It comes with the embossing ink, brushes, and the powders. Hi, Ann. Yes, you got to condition your clay. Oh, hi, Barb. Thanks for being there. And look, you're moderating at the moment if you're paying attention. We're talking about polymer clay and just how to get you guys started making tiles. And this is how I started. In the very, very beginning, I had very little stamping supplies. Come on, man. Anyway, I got, like I said, got stuff on clearance and used my coupons, and little by little establish yourself some tools and play. And like I said, I just got black clay in the beginning, and that's why I think these mica powders show up best on black clay. That's not to say they don't show up on others as well. And then you just spritz it with water to set it in. And so I did these guys last night, and I bought the Tim Holtz, I guess it's called, I just shared that, it's called Mini Cats and Dogs, and there's 10 different cats and dogs on here. So I'm gonna do quite a few of these. I wasn't sure if I was gonna like them stamped out, but they look pretty cool. So let's just do this doggy since I've already stamped him out. I'm gonna use him as my, so I can look at him. And let's just, you know, I don't have a lot of colors of brown, or I don't know, let's make him silver. I think I'm gonna make him, oh, white. Let's just make him white, my little doggy. And this is just as easy as it gets. You're basically just painting with powders, so just be careful. I'm gonna leave his nose black. I kind of wanted to do his eyes white. So I think I'll use gold and or silver and white. I'll do them silver. See, look, I for my birds I did this. I don't really have colors that are animal colors. But if it's whimsical, you can do it any color you want. But, you know, dogs are usually, there is like silver. I'll do them silver because it could be gray. I know. I couldn't resist because I'm not trying to buy stamps. And they also come with a dog bulb, ball, bone, milk. So for the kitty cats, there's a ball of yarn. So these now become your filler tiles. So if you're going to create a mosaic, so let me just grab, say this board, right? So you have, this is your substrate. And somebody mentioned the substrates. Can you use paper mache? Yes, I've used paper mache, I've used wood, because you need to stick these in your oven. So for me, well, not with the tiles you don't, but when I do something, the paper mache boxes I did. No, I didn't. Well, I did. Yes, I did. Let me grab one. I'll show you what I mean. So depending on the size of your toaster oven, you just want to be careful. Now these are tiny. These are little paper mache boxes, but I covered them with the clay first. And then I did the applique process on there, and then I baked them. And you don't want to cover your box when you bake it. So you just, and then you put this in the oven and you're done. The same thing with the Altoid tins. Remember, so this is metal. Anything that won't melt, basically, because, I mean, paper mache may distort a little bit when it gets hot because it's soft and it, you know, but not too much, you know. I mean, everything fit pretty good. It was lined up pretty good. When I bake these, I bake them upside down. You don't want to bake it closed and then have some type of combustion thing happen. But for the tiles, you can always glue them onto your substrate. So you don't have to worry too much about the substrate. You can use anything you want. You can glue them to, I don't know, a lamp. I don't know, whatever you want to glue them to. But the reason I'm talking about this piece is these are a bit bigger. So let me just show you. So if this was my substrate, oh, I have a face on there that's sticking up. You would take your biggest tiles, and I have a video on this, and kind of put them in position, and then you're going to fill in. This is just about composition. you want to fill in with smaller tiles. So because these are all pretty big, maybe I could just put love in the middle, like a word, or fur baby, you know, and that would be your theme. So, but these are all pretty big tiles. Let's see. I mean, it would just be adorable. I think it would be cute. And then you would have your little, these little guys would be your filler tiles. There's a fishbone, a leash, and a bowl of food. You know, so your composition would pull together based on your positioning of different size tiles, different media used in your tiles. But let's get back to this little guy. And we'll paint him up. I'm not going to keep you too long because, oh, it's 20 of 2 already. Okay, Barb, is anybody going to watch the eclipse? I was talking about this a little bit in the beginning. Hi, Anne. And, yeah, condition. I'm not going to watch the eclipse. I'll go out. I'm in my running attire. I'm going to go for a run after this, but you're not supposed to look at the eclipse with your naked eye. And so I don't have any fancy glasses or anything. And just be careful if you're not, you know, if you don't have, I'm not going to look at it because I'm just afraid. I don't know enough about it. But I'm going to look on CNN online or something. I think they're going to do like a virtual eclipse thing to show you what exactly is happening, and that way I'll still be able to understand what's going on. But I mean, if it gets dark out, that's going to be crazy, right? So I'm on the East Coast, so I don't know what time it's going to happen or anything, but I'm not going to keep you much longer. Let's just paint him up. And here's what I like to do. So where's my other doggy that I just did? Him. Wait, where is he? I got my bird. Here he is. So for this, I like to put a little bit of a lighter blue around the inside of them, kind of like a halo effect. You can see that on camera. That's good. And then I put the darker blue on the outside. Now, I don't know why I chose blue, just because blue to me says sky. But you could use whatever color you want. You could also put texture back here if you wanted to really, I don't know, you could put bow wow, or I don't know, put little dots or something, but I'm just keeping it clean looking, and that's how I'm going to do these, but we'll see what happens. Look at his buggy eyes. So I'm going to use the silver, and these brushes aren't as, I'm going to switch brushes. I'm just going to use one that I had. It's a little smaller, and I could probably get better detail. I'm going to stay away from his collar, and I'm just going to do little circle motions. Can you see me? I know I can't zoom, guys. I'll do this on, I think I have videos about this. So go back and look, and I'm going to work on making playlists for you guys about clay. And hi, Rosetta. Yeah, it's on, Lisa, it is. It's already on there. Oof, I'm going to have to get, yeah, I want to go check it out. Anywho, I definitely have done this in close-up before. So for live, I can't do a close-up. But look how that mica powder just, oh, it grabs the clay. So when you use this on for stamping, you want to use your sticky inks. And it will stick to that, and then you spritz it with water, I think, and then you're done. But for this, it just sticks. So I'm just going to do him all silver. And I'm looking at my original here because maybe I'll give him different, like maybe, no, I'll do his eyebrows silver too. Hi, Christine. Yeah, I'm talking about beginning mixed media mosaics. Just use what you have. And in the beginning, I had a couple of stamps that I played with and these mica powders. And these are called Perfect Pearls and Pearl X powders. And I don't even know, you might be able to get the Pearl X at Michael's too now, or at your local craft stores. But the idea is to just kind of give it some flash. And let's say, hi. All right, everyone's saying hi. So I'm gonna let you guys go at about 1. I've been on and I was on at 1 and there weren't very many of you, but that's okay. You can watch the replay back. I've just talked about how I like to do mixed media mosaics. And each one is my baby. See, that's not coming up very bright. And I think when I'm not on camera, I do better work. You know, I would come back and I'm going to do his eyes in the white. I'm going to leave his nose black. Let's do a red collar, some type of red. This is, I think this one. This one's called, oh, that's antique copper. I think I did him in antique copper. But I have, there's one that's like this one. It's called blue russet. Let's just use that. I don't know. I know it's a dark color. But yeah, I wish these came in just your earth tones, regular earth tones, brown, black. So let's do his collar. And then I'll show you how I did the blue around him. I'm going to use gold, just a regular old gold for his little, what is this, his metal or his, all right. Now, be careful blowing or anything. If you have, don't just blow with these open because they will fly. I have to come back and go over him again with the silver, but I just wanted to show you, I have this one color called Sky Blue, and it's such a light color. I love it. So I like to shake it a little and just get it on the lid, and then you can just work from the lid. And I'm going to push this in little circular motions up against him, up against his body, and not go too close to the edge. And just gently add that around him like a little halo. Aura. He's got a blue aura. Hi, Lisa. Hi, Janet. Thank you. She said she loves my videos. Sometimes, well, you know what? I get one comment that says, I don't know the questions because I didn't say what the question was and whatever. I'm going to try to tell you the question before I answer it. Any questions? Any questions, you guys? I like to take your questions, and I don't have all the answers. And my answer would be, just give it a try. Just try it. Enjoy the process. Have fun. Always, always, always have fun. If it's not fun, don't do it. So that's looking decent. Then I'm going to take the darkest blue that I have. I even have like a purple, but I don't want to, the other guy, I want to do the same color as this. So this is called, oh, this is turquoise. I don't believe that. It's not any turquoise. Anyhow. And then I'm just going to hit the edges and just gently circular motions, because you can scratch the clay with your brush. Eyeshadow works too, yes. Good point. Ah, patches, you guys. Okay. That is amazing. I am going to go to the dollar store. I have to go to Target, Staples again. I was talking about my stupid printer this morning. I've been to Staples 2 times. This will be my 3rd time to get all the inks I need for my stupid printer to print in black. But yes, I'll stop at the dollar store and I will get brown eyeshadow. You are so smart. That's why I love you all so much. I love you all. I've never used the eyeshadow, but I've seen other videos where people have used it and it seems to work just fine. So I want to give that a shot. That is a great idea. I did him in copper. He's all done. I baked him last night. And you could, you could paint this too. Why not? I could just be painting these. I could stamp them on white clay. I just wanted to show you the mica powders today. But I'll bet you I come back with some stamping and painting. OMG. Sorry, my voice. It's not pretty. Yes, I am going to do that. I will do a demo of the painting next week of these little doggies because I think it would be so cute, because really, if you look at him, well, let me do the other comparison, this guy, compared to his, where is he? Him. I mean, look at the difference. The detail is so awesome. Look at that little tongue. Come on. I mean, I did the tongue pink, but you can't really see it. It disappeared a little bit. It's going to look so good painted. OMG. I'm going to do it. And then create your own little tiles of doggies and kitty cats. And then you can accent it with little jewelry pieces the same way. Buttons. I'm sure there's buttons of dogs and cats and stuff like that, or sayings about fur babies or whatever. So, but look at that. I love how the light blue halos around it. Are you working on baked clay? No. This is raw clay. This is raw clay. This, I just baked him last night. I did the birdies last night just to see, to remind myself how to do it. I haven't done it in a long time, so I did these 4 last night. And I just painted with this Perfect Pearls and Pearl X powders. And see, now I'm kind of going, I'm blending a little bit. For some reason, I just like that two-tone halo effect. And I'm going to leave his nose black, but then I could come back with paint. Oops, what am I doing? I could come back with paint, actually, and do the black. Like, let me see, I have a little bit of black right here. I'm going to grab a piece of scrap and put some out, because this is baked. These 4 are baked. Let me cover this before I make a big mistake. Hello, my friend. Hi, Shirley. I am doing polymer clay. I'm going to end it soon. I want to be able to be outside if I get to see any of that eclipse happening. But you guys can watch this back. And this is just how I very first started. When I first started making polymer clay tiles, these are some of the tiles that I made. I'll show you. These I just stamped into the black clay and just rubbed mica powders all over everything. So this is actually the creams. I have those too. But this is, look at these wings. This is just black clay and mica powders. So it really is a good effect, and you get a good, a nice bang for the buck just doing that. But it was basically because that's what I had. Now I had plenty of paint, and this is a wing. It was, I think this is either, this might be a mold. I think this is a wing mold, and then I stamped it in black clay and used white opalescent paint. So you can get that type of effect. Polymer clay is a very cool medium. I mean, look, but like these are just little basic stamps that I cut into, these are filler tiles, right? And then I just rubbed color on. I mean, I don't love them. I don't love them. They're not my faves. This one I put a couple colors on there, you know? But these are filler tiles, and you never know. Like, look, this is just, I love this stamp. I think this is Lisa Pavelka, a background stamp. Do I seal the mica powder, Lisa? That's a great question. Read your packaging, because I know that you're supposed to spritz with water. When you're stamping, when you use the, these come with, and I shared that just a minute ago, when you buy this, it comes in a set. So you'll get the 4 colors, one of those small Ranger clear inks. It's an embossing ink, the brushes, and I'm pretty sure when you stamp on paper and use the mica powders, you're supposed to spritz it with water to set it. Now, I didn't do that when I baked these. and it seems like it's on there. And I spritzed it after I baked it because I remembered that I forgot. So I think I could spritz this before I bake it and then bake it. It doesn't matter, but they actually use water. They use water to do that with, to seal it. Not like a varnish or anything. So, all right, I just took a thin little brush and I'm just gonna add a little pupil to my bird. And I'm gonna make his nose blacker and put his little pupils on. And they're actually stamped into the clay, so it gives you boundaries for your paint. And I would be right on top of that. But so you can do anything with this clay, I'm telling you. He needs a pupil. And they come to life. See, they look like zombies. Which makes me think of Game of Thrones. I love it so much. It was so good. OMG. All right. But look at that. I just brought them to life. I can't wait to paint these. So I might be painting these tonight. Maybe I'll do a video, just a video. I'll do a video of me doing it so that I can come in close. Because it's nice for you guys when I have that fancy camera. I like to use it and in HD, come in close, and then you can really see what I'm doing. So after I bake him, I'm going to come back with the white. No, I used silver, didn't I? And don't know where I put it, but isn't that cute? So yeah, when you start, use what you have. It takes a minute to accumulate all the different supplies that you can use. Now, I do bling. I love to add bling, Swarovski. Anything shiny, you know I love. I love color and shine, and so that always usually ends up somewhere in my projects. I can't resist. So this looks like I varnished it with a high gloss varnish. And I just put a little joy, what is that? A charm. I put hope on this one. But yeah, you're going to need to go, when it's on sale, go to the jewelry department and just get a bling chain and a ball chain and a pack of crystals or something. You know, some filler, some little beads that are three-dimensional that you can use to embed in the clay and create your little filler tiles. Then one day you're gonna sit down with your white clay and you're just gonna make these painted tiles, these guys. You're gonna, I think I did a video on this, and this was in Lori's book. Hi, Mary. Have you seen the eclipse yet? Has anybody seen the eclipse? Lisa says it's on CNN. I could turn the TV on right now. I'll just mute it. But it's still bright out. I still see shadows, like there's shade and everything, so the sun is fully out. But I know Mary's in England, right? And I don't know who's going to see it first or whatever. Let's put it on exit. Oh, they're showing it. It looks like a crescent moon right now. Cool. The total eclipse in Nebraska. They're showing it from Nebraska. Is anybody in Nebraska? Oh, Ohio at 2:30. Yeah. So yeah, they're showing it right now. It says next total eclipse in Nebraska, Missouri. So the total, I getcha. The total eclipse is coming in Nebraska next. You saw it in Seattle? Yeah, because Washington, so it's coming east. It's going to come east. So I just wanted to I'm going to go out for a run. And yeah, they're talking about the glasses. Please don't use your glasses, or I'm sorry, unless you have the right kind of glasses to look at this thing, it can hurt you. Barb, you're in Missouri? Okay, are you going to show it or anything? Do you have the glasses, Barb? Because I'm just going to, I don't know. 2-4 for you? What does 2-4? 2 at 4. 244, thanks. Okay. Yeah, like I don't know what to do. Are you guys looking at it? A pinhole in a box. Okay. Oh, he does. Okay, cool. Yeah, I mean, now that it's happening, I'm getting a little more interested in it, but I wasn't really interested in it. Hi, Rosita. Yeah. No, I don't know. I think maybe I'll put a pinhole in a box. That sounds good. I'll go on Google. I'll do a quick Google search. Yeah, I know. Me too, Barb. It's not worth it. So I wasn't going to look, but I know me. And I would friggin' do it. So I'm going to have to get a box if I'm curious. But they're showing it on the news. I think we'll all get an idea of what's going to happen. And yeah, it's right in the middle of the country right now. Anywho, all right, I'm going to let you guys go. I hope that was informative. And then let's just talk about baking real quick. On the packaging, guys, are the directions. Whatever kind of clay you're using, follow the directions on the packaging. Now, this is Sculpey 3, and it says 275 degrees Fahrenheit, so 130 Celsius, for 15 minutes per 1/4 inch. So that means now these are super thin. Look, this isn't even a 1/4 inch. So 15 minutes would probably do the trick. That's fine. I usually put it in there for 20 minutes or 30 minutes. It's not going to burn or over bake. And so that way, sometimes if you've built up the clay, so sometimes I put layers on things, or like say for this girl. So I had a piece of clay underneath, not too thick. Then I used this mold of a face. Then I did the hair. So that's gone up now a good 1/4 inch. That it may be a 1/2 inch thick. So put it in for 30 minutes. And then if you feel like it's still not cured, you can always put it back in. And you come out with your tile all baked. And be careful because it's very hot. And it will break. It's pretty solid and it doesn't warp and it's great. Oh, look, it's showing. Oh, there it is. It's a total eclipse right now in Nebraska. But you know what? It doesn't look dark outside. That's crazy though. Anywho, bye, Rosita. Yeah, I know. Barb, I've played, yes, the Netherlands. Wow. I've gotten an internal thermometer for my oven. And I bought a new toaster oven because I think I was just using an old toaster oven, and then I always now use a tinfoil tent. I always tent my clay. Yes, Lisa. Donna Cato. Well, I would take her word for it. Yeah. So yeah, it's a very forgiving medium, but if your oven isn't on point, you can burn clay. So just put a tinfoil tent over it so that the true heat doesn't just get your clay. I've burnt things before and it really sucks. You don't want to do that because you put a lot of time and effort into your pieces. So have fun, use what you have. And hi, Terry in Belgium. That's crazy. I love you guys. Thank you all so much for watching. And I'll probably come back this week and do some more claying in real time on film and zoom in and everything so you can really see what I'm doing. All right, you guys, enjoy. Have a great day.